Good morning, guys. It's Miss Jamie from Stang Arts, and I am going to be showing you how to do the painting beach vibes today. So I love this one. I love the beach. I know you guys are probably ready for some fun in the sun. So let's get started with this today. I have a board here. Some of you guys might have chosen a canvas or a board, and I have an old board here that I'm going to do my painting on, beach vibes. So I also have my paints here today, and I just have the whole entire rainbow, and you guys can put those out there, but our sky is going to be like a sunset sky, and then we're going to have blue water, some sand, and then our two palm trees. Our palm trees come up and kind of frame out our painting today. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So you have your paints on your plate, and you have a towel or a napkin, right? And when you dry off your brushes, right? I have a couple brushes in my water bucket that you have. And I take my brush and I gently dry off like this and not pull on my bristles, okay? So we have our water bucket with our brushes, our paints on a plate, and our plate is styrofoam, not paper, so it doesn't absorb, so you can get the most out of your paint. We have a towel or a napkin, and then we have what we're painting on. So I'm using this old board that I'm gonna get that really cool old school beach vibe from. And so I have a pencil here. I'm gonna kind of draw it out. Actually, I'll go with marker so you can see it a little bit better, but we're gonna start with a horizon line. Our horizon line is the line that separates the sky from the water, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And if it's not straight, and I know you guys have this drawn out for you, but that's okay. I'm just trying to show you how to draw today a little bit. I'm gonna stick that on top of here. Right. All right. I'm gonna put a little bit of sand down here. I'm gonna put my palm tree. I love palm trees. They direct your eye around the painting. I'm gonna put another one right in here. Bigger at the bottom, smaller at the top. Kind of look like a funny hairdo. And what am I missing here? What's the middle of this? It's my sun. And you can take a cup and you could do a half or whatever you want. I'm gonna go on there real dark with my pencil and do a half. Okay, guys. So we got our water down here. We got more sky. We got two palm trees pointing to the sun. We got a little sand over here. I think we're ready to go. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take my brush out. I'm gonna gently dry it off. And I'm gonna start with some warm colors on the horizon. I'm gonna start with some pink and not through my sun, but I'm gonna hold back here in the middle, not real up close, kind of back here. If you're painting on wood, you might need a little more water on your brush, but I'm gonna paint right through my palm trees, right through them. I can even paint right through my sun if I want to. You can go around it if you want. Okay. Long strokes on that horizon. It's okay if you get some on your water. No big deal. Let's go ahead. I'm not gonna rinse off my brush. It's a seasoned brush, so don't wash it off. I'm gonna go straight into some yellow. And I'm gonna go right above the pink. Now, why do I keep on moving up from the last stroke of paint? I don't wanna do pink and then do yellow up here. I always get a nice blended look when both of my paints are wet. So I don't want to go to a different area. You wanna work in a puzzle, right? You wanna work in a puzzle. That means work in one area and build around it. Okay, so I have some yellow here. I like it, I like it, I like it. Let's go ahead and do some, let's do some orange. We just don't want to see stripes, so maybe you want to put a little tad bit of orange down in here. You could even put a little bit more pink so you can tell, hey, you know, It's warmer in the sky because it's a sunset sky, right? Going back and forth, going over my palm trees because they're done in marker. You learn how to do this at home. You got some old wood around the house, draw out what you want and do it in marker. The reason for that is that when you paint over marker, it shows through. You're using acrylic paint today, and acrylic paint is very thin, it's water-based, so you can make a blueprint like you would for a house, okay? And you can draw it out, put it in marker, and your marker is gonna show through your paint. You're not gonna lose it. Okay, so I have some warmth going on here. Got a lot of warmth, that's a good thing. Now I'm gonna do some white. I'm gonna do a little bit of white. Just gonna do a streak of white. I need some water on my brush. My wood's really dry, so I'm gonna do some water and I'm gonna do some white. Kind of dance that through. Why is because I'm about to go into blues for the top of the sky. And if my blue and my orange touch, they can get a real dirty brown color. So white also lightens, black darkens, and brown ages. So if I wanted a color to be lighter, what color would I mix with it? White. So say I wanted that blue a little lighter, and let's get a little more close up here. If I wanted that blue a little lighter, okay, I'm gonna add some white. That makes it lighter, right? I can kind of put some of that blue in some other spots. Big long strokes, okay, for a horizon. Maybe shorter strokes for the water. Water's a little choppier. Maybe it's rough seas today. Add a little bit more water to my brush. I'm not going to dry off. When you're painting on wood, it can be really dry, right? It'll absorb a lot of our water. Okay, here we go. So we're just going to go ahead and keep on going with our blues. So you can see we have warm on the horizon, pink. Then we go to yellow. It kind of mixes together. A little bit of orange, white, and blue. Okay, we're going to save that sun for last. We're going to do him really warm, real warm color. So let's finish up our blue real quick. Back and forth. And just remember, you can pause at any time. You need to go get a snack, you need to think about things, you might have something else to do, or you need to catch up on something else. Do that, right? This is your painting. I know we're not in class with you right now. We miss you guys terribly, but remember, this is your painting. So if you want to give it a pause and come back to it and not feel rushed, then that's up to you. You can do that, right? And listen, if say that you were to drop paint, a piece of blue paint into your orange, all you gotta do is just kind of wipe it up, let it dry, maybe put a little white on it, and then go back to painting it orange or whatever color you wanted, okay? Just remember, if you think you're messing up, you're probably not. You know, we can always learn from it, we can fix it and correct it and move on. The hardest thing to do, I think, for most people is, even myself, is to, if we feel like we've messed up, it's hard to move on, okay? So here we go. I'm gonna do my sun orange. Okay, so I'm gonna outline it, and if I wanna get really close, I gotta hold it like a pencil. Be real careful. Okay, some orange there. Say I wanted it to even be more vibrant. I put some red right down in here, right on the horizon line, and I kind of keep that orange going just a little bit. And then I can kind of dance through it a little bit. I just pulled that orange right through. And that might be scary. You don't have to do that. You see how I pull that orange right through? I could even pull a few little white clouds right through. I love it. It's a good day at the beach, right? Let's go ahead and do our water. It's going to be lighter next to the sun. Why? Because the sun is bright, right? And it's shining light onto the water in its path, and it's going to be darker on the sides. So let's go ahead and do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mix some of this blue and with a touch of white, right? I'm going to mix some blue and some white here. What if I wanted a teal color? I could take some green, mix in it, get a teal ocean green. Add a little water to my brush, don't dry it off. Let's go back and forth here. Really nice. Go over any of that sky color might have got in your water, that's okay. That's gonna cover it right up. And I'm just gonna do a path all the way down here. Okay, I'm just gonna do a little path. So it's not completely blue all the way across, light blue all the way across, just a little path. Then I'm going to take darker blue on the sides, dark blue. I'm going to go up here, do my horizon line, be real careful. And I'm going to dance in my dark blue, just on the sides. So it looks like there's darker on the side and lighter in the middle. Right? I just love these paintings. They just make you feel so good. I like painting where I want to be at. I like being colorful, you know. So how do I get these two to touch and it look blended? Maybe a little bit more water, just a little bit more water on your brush. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Nice little contrast here, right? And later when it dries, we put a little yellow right here like it's dancing. The sunlight is just dancing on the water. Let's go ahead and move on to our next side. Looking good. I hope you guys are having fun. We have been working around the clock to make these things, these paintings happen for you guys and for everyone in the world. We've had such a great response, not even just with our schools here locally, but just all over. So that's a really great thing. Really great. Put this on the front porch. You can put it in your room. And how do we get those two colors to blend? A little water on our brush. Back and forth, more straight lines. You get curvy lines, it looks like you got a choppy sea, and that's okay. That's what you want. There we have it, guys. We're moving into home here. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna wash my brush really, really well. And I'm gonna put a little white and yellow together. And I'm gonna go right in here. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of that light color going down. And if I want maybe my son, let's maybe make him a little bit pink, more pink. I like pink. Right? Let's kind of dance that in there too. That's a fun color. Let's have some fun, right? I can even take a little white here and do little fluffy clouds here and maybe just put a little one right here. The smaller they are, it's showing distance, right? I'm just kind of fluffing the top and then letting it get smaller at the end here. I can run my finger underneath too. Pretty good, guys, looking good. I'm gonna mix some of my, a little bit of brown together here. So if you wanna lighten your brown, you use some white. If you wanna warm up your brown, you use some yellow, okay? And I'm gonna go over here and put in some sand. You don't have to have sand. You might not have sand on yours, and that's okay. Wet sand, dry sand, right? Okay, here we go. See if you guys like that. Perfect. I'm hoping you kiddos are having a great time at home. Parents, you can do this with them. So the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and do our palm trees. We're gonna do our actual trunks, and we're gonna do dark on the left side, dark on the right side of this one, because the sun is hitting the inside of our trunks here. So let's go ahead, let's do a little yellow orange. Let's split that trunk in half. Yellow orange on one side. Remember, finish one thing at a time, and then let's do some black on the other side. Kind of blend those together just a tad bit. You can even do some of this texturizing there, little strokes here. There you have it. Let's get a really good up-close look at that, guys. Okay, so what I did here, I put some yellow orange on the inside of my trunk, black on the outside, and then I just kind of blend it together. You can have nice clean strokes, or you can just make it look like it's a very texturized tree trunk, right? Palm tree trunk. Okay, there we have it. Then I'm gonna go in there with dark green. I'm gonna go over my fronds, right? And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go over each one of these, and I'm just gonna gently pull down. I'm holding on to the tip of my paintbrush like a pencil, and I'm pulling from the spine of that, right? Here's the spine, and I'm pulling down. They're curved, curve, curve, curve. You notice that I'm not moving my elbow or anything. I'm just moving my wrist. They look pretty full, and that's okay. That's okay. But we're going to put some highlights on these guys. Put some highlights on them. I'm going to take a little yellow, and I'm going to put a few highlights. A few highlights on the tips here where the sun would be hitting. Man, could you imagine taking a nap underneath a palm tree today? That would be awesome. Maybe a snow cone, a ice cream, right? Soon enough, you will do that, right? Maybe go to the lake, go to the pool. Some of you guys are already enjoying that. So I got some highlights here, guys. So I did my trunk right in here light because the sun is hitting the inside of the trunk. So light color here, I used the orange yellow. Then I did black on the top and I texturized inside of it, staying within the tree trunk line so we don't get too big of a tree trunk, right? I did my palms and I did it with dark green. And then I went in there and I just did a little highlight, right? Go ahead and move on to that next one, okay? And let's get started on that. And then we are going to finish up our painting. So here we go, guys. On the inside of it, the sun is shining on it. I'm going to rinse my brush really good. How do you do that? How you rinse your brush? Roll it on the bottom of your water bucket. And do not pull on your bristles like this. Just gently dry. Gently dry. So here we go. Yellow and orange. Yellow and orange, and I'm going to get as close up as I can for you guys, okay? So we're going to do some yellow and orange on the inside here. I'm basically splitting that palm, the palm tree trunk in half. Then on the other side of it, I'm going to do black. So I've split the trunk in half with orange and yellow on one side, black on the other. Right now it looks like two stripes. So how do I get that to blend? I'm just going to go in there and dance some little strokes. I can wipe off if I get too much. Okay, so I'm just going to dance some little strokes in there. Staying within the size of the trunk so we don't get too big, but we're just texturizing it because there is a palm tree does look kind of like it has skin on the trunk. Okay, there you go. We got our palms now. Let's do our dark green. You can rinse if you like. I'm going to go over that. Go over the spine of each palm. Going over the spine of each palm. Okay. I'm going to do dark green over each frond. I think they're called fronds. We'll have to look that up, but for right now, I think that's what they're going to just be called. We are going to go over each one. Look what I'm doing. A lot of times people want to do this, right? Be a little bit more loose, a little bit more carefree. This is a swaying palm tree. He's feeling good. So start right here off the spine and just dance. And they're kind of curved. They're kind of curved. I'm not moving my arm, I'm moving my wrist. It's right here in your wrist. Make it nice and full. Really the only pieces that you see down here, they're kind of more individual. It's a little thicker in here. Palm trees are hard. They're not always easy. And if you can't sit in one spot, then move around your board. Move around your painting, okay? You don't have to sit in one spot. If it helps you, then do it. Okay, we're gonna put those highlights on. Here's a little bit of a yellow-white, and I'm gonna just put it right here on the tip. I'm not gonna blend too much, right? I don't wanna lose that color, so I don't wanna just keep going. And sometimes we keep going and then we blend all of our colors together, and that's okay. We can always fix that. But just be kind of more aware of it. Be in your painting, be here, right? Can't be anywhere else, so be right here, paint a gorgeous beach painting. Okay. And I could even add a little bit more yellow-white on the side of my palm trees on the trunk. Absolutely. And there we have it. I'm gonna add just a little bit more white, yellow, right here where the sun is setting. Okay, I'm really liking that, guys. I'm liking it, I'm liking it. So guys, this is your beach painting for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Just remember that you just want to have all your materials ready, and that came in your package if that's what you ordered for today. This is the Beach Vibes painting. I did it on wood, but you can do it on canvas. So what I did the strokes today in the process, you can do that on anything in the world. You can do it on a t-shirt, a pair of pants, a piece of wood, a canvas, anything. I had all my paints on my plate. That's a styrofoam plate, so it wouldn't absorb. So you don't want to use a paper plate or anything, use of styrofoam. You have your brushes and your water bucket. In your water bucket, you only want about an inch of water. You can wash out at any time. I got my paper towel or my towel right beside me. Those are crucial materials in order to complete your masterpiece. And so we started with the sky, warm on the horizon, worked our way up to the top. Then we did our water, lighter in the middle because the sun is shining down on it, darker on the outside, a little warm sand if you want to. You don't have to have sand even in your painting. You don't even have to have both palm trees. You can have one, right? And then we did the inside of the palm trees on the actual trunk because the sun is hitting that. We did green, and then we added our highlights on top. I added in a few clouds, and you guys can give that a try, and if you don't like them, you can always paint over them. So it's your painting. I hope you enjoyed today and painting with me, and I look forward to seeing you guys very soon. See you guys later, and have the best day ever. Thanks, guys.